Hi everybody, Ryan Dobson, and my 9/11 experience for me was interesting. I was asleep and my phone kept ringing over and over and over again, and then it would stop and it would ring over, and it was early in the morning. I was in California, I was on West Coast time, and I was home from the road. I was traveling all the time back in that time. It was a few years before I met my wife. I was doing 100+ events a year. I was on the road 250, 275 days. So I was constantly flying places. My phone kept ringing and ringing, and I just thought, who's calling me? I mean, I just want to sleep. I finally rolled out of bed. I picked up my cell phone and I said, hello. And someone kept saying, where are you? Where are you? And I said, I'm in bed. I mean, where do you think I am? And they said, oh, have you heard what happened? And I said, no, what happened? They go, turn the TV on. And I grabbed the remote and I turned it on, and every channel was playing the same thing. One of the towers was burning. They said a plane crashed into it. And at that time, they weren't saying terrorism. They'd have no idea what happened, and I just couldn't believe it. I mean, I was watching this thing happen on TV. It was unbelievable. And minutes later, the second plane hit the other tower. And it just was surreal. It didn't seem real at all. It felt like watching a movie, but your brain's saying, no, 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 this is real. It's not a movie, this is real. And you're watching it, and it was horrifying. There's no other way to put it. It was absolutely horrifying. And all the phone calls were from my friends thinking I was on the road. I was actually supposed to be in one of the cities where one of those planes originated from. And I was blessed to have not been there. But it was just mind-blowing. I couldn't get over that fact. I was in New York City this past weekend, and we were at one of the buildings that overlooks the new memorial and Freedom Tower, and I was remembering again lying in bed, hearing my phone ring, and then watching the towers collapse. I remember seeing them fall live on TV, and just my heart was breaking. I couldn't imagine how many families, how many people's lives were touched by their loved ones, their friends, their neighbors passing away in that. What a horrible, horrible act of terrorism. And then it was revisited me once again. I was driving to my friend Sid's house, and I was going to go see him and hang out, and it was 1 year later. It was 9/11 1 year later. And as I drove up, the radio station I was listening to played the address from George Bush from that first day. And I remember feeling ashamed because it had only been 1 year and I'd completely forgotten. I'd totally forgotten about what happened. And in fact, it shook me up so much I pulled over on the side of the highway and sat there and listened to the entire broadcast. And I decided right then and there, I would never ever forget. I would never forget. We've got a painting in our house dedicated to 9/11 because I want my kids to know what happened on that day, why we stand up for the things we stand up for, why we believe in Jesus Christ, why we spread His gospel and His good news, so that things like that don't have to happen. Appreciate you watching this, and in honor, I am wearing my CrossFit New York City t-shirt today in honor of 9/11. God bless. Never forget. Pray for those that would do us harm. Pray for those that have forgotten. And stay ever vigilant. God bless.